Hello, Cancer. Welcome back to Neptune Fish Tarot. My name is Alicia. So, we're going to continue on with our November readings, right? We're right in the middle of November, the 8th through the 14th. We're coming up to this week. It's going quick, and we are halfway through Scorpio season. So, that is good. Scorpio, right? That is the energy, a water sign like Cancer, like you are. Diving deep into the emotional depths, purging, transforming, identifying shadows and things in our lives that, they just may be up for review right now, Cancer. Out with the old so that the new can come in, that sort of an energy. And that'll go for any sign, but I feel especially for the water signs, right? So, if you are interested in guidance today and you want to stick with me to the end of the reading, I'm actually going to be reading advice out of A Yogic Path by Sahara Rose. So that's going to be our oracle. If that interests you, please stay to the end and we'll do that. Otherwise, I'm just going to get right into the reading. So, at the bottom of the deck today, we've got the Queen of Cups and the Seven of Pentacles. So I really love that. And this is going to drive me nuts. I'm going to get this hair out of here if I can. Okay. So the Seven of Pentacles, right? That's like what we've invested to date, right? This is where we kind of come to that point in our lives where we're kind of trying to decide what we've given to a situation. Is this something that we need to abandon or do we keep going, right? What kind of a harvest do we have? And with the Queen of Cups, I think clearly this is emotion. So queens are very mature energy. This is feminine energy with our emotions. And a queen always, you see all the little like sea creatures and so forth. This is a card of Pisces. And so this is where we're very comfortable in our emotional watery element, Cancer. And so I would say that this probably has to do with your emotional state and your feelings, how you're feeling, and if you're feeling balanced and secure in your emotional relationships to yourself, to others, certainly. At the stopping point, the Seven of Pentacles, kind of looking around at these relationships in your life and where they're at, right? Just sort of doing like an evaluation, a deep dive. So with that, let's get into the reading and see what we had come out here. So we do see the World, which is completion. Another Queen, Queen of Wands, which I love her, right? Isn't she wonderful? She really has that fiery kind of go-getter, forward moving, that whole like wisdom thing going on, the courageousness, the boldness, the conviction, the wisdom with the cat, sitting on her throne with her big stick. I love it. And then we have the Page of Swords. So this is elemental, heir of air, a page, right? This is kind of getting a new idea about something, being gifted with a revelation, perhaps. It's an early energy. You see the sword, it's very small. So yes, there is truth here, but it's like in an early stage of truth. It's like a becoming truth. They're still learning around it. You're still gaining information. You're still gaining experience. And there's definitely something new about it. So maybe this is after the end of whatever it is you're completing, the cycle that you're completing. Maybe this is an opportunity for something new that's coming in. We'll find out. We dive a little bit deeper. Okay, we got the Page of Pentacles next to it. So again, very new energy, like very new opportunities. There's like something new, like you're making decisions for sure. to take on new opportunities, to bring something new. And it's clearly something that takes a little courage, a little veracity, maybe a little stepping outside of your comfort zone to make these decisions, for sure. You're a little hesitant perhaps because it's new. Maybe you don't have a lot of information. Maybe you're trying to gain information. You have life experience because you're a queen. You've been around, right? You've been around for a while, but whatever this is, it's new, it's unfamiliar. And Five of Pentacles. And so, okay, so Five of Pentacles, that's like a conflicting thing. That's where maybe in the past, maybe there's a hesitation because there's a little self-doubt. There's a little lack mentality. Maybe you don't know whether or not you can trust and believe in what's coming in now. Again, going back to, you're really drawing on this courage, on this faith. There's a little faith that needs to happen here. Five of Pentacles, there's help. The universe wants to come in and help you, but are you going to allow it? Are you going to see? Are you going to see it? Or are you looking down and stuck in old mental patterns that won't allow you to forge forward in courage to complete the cycle? Okay, so let's dive deeper and see what we have for the story. So under this world, we have a Queen of Cups again. So again, this is like a very balanced emotional state. And the Wheel of Fortune and the Emperor. Okay, so this is nice. We do see almost a reciprocal, like there's definitely like a masculine, we've got feminine. The Emperor kind of takes the cake though, right? Like, so his equal would be the Empress. We don't quite have the Empress here. We've got a couple of queens, so almost. But there's definitely like something that wants to move forward, and it is going to take a little leap of faith for sure. This Emperor and this Wheel of Fortune. So the Emperor normally is somebody who like takes charge of a situation. But sometimes when we take too much control, or we try to control how the wheel unfolds for us, that can get us into a bit of trouble. We'll come back and see maybe how this Emperor is functioning in this reading. Let's keep going with this Queen of Wands, which I really feel like is the most advantageous card you have in this reading, Cancer. I really feel like this kind of gives you that fire, that courage that you're needing at this time. We had 4 cards come out. So let's see. We had Justice, the Six of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I do see this as like a victory over like any sort of anxiety. I think that this Emperor is actually you just sort of taking the bull by the horns. And you just sort of saying that, yes, I do have the life experience. I do have the courage. And I do have the desire. I feel like the Queen of Cups and Queen of Wands, like this is your desire. You really coming in to this Queen of Cups, Seven of Pentacles and saying, okay, this is where I'm at in life. And I'm only at a 7, right? Like I haven't quite gone the distance that I need to go to reap a harvest. I'm not there yet. And so there's something that has to come to an end with the world. There's something that has to come to a completion. In order for you to continue to that next place, right? To that next experience that brings you, into more abundance, right? So in order for the wheel to turn, you're really going to have to take some decisive action, really is what I'm reading this as. And I think that you do successfully. Six of Wands, like overcoming this mental energy and really with justice, right? Like this is, that in order to go King of Pentacles, right? So this is like going the full distance. This is taking the Seven of Pentacles and going all the way to the King. So this is long-term abundance. This is success. This is victory. This is you reaching your goals. The scales of justice have to come in, and you see on the scale, we have on one side, we have this feather, which is sort of like the wisdom, but then we have on the other scale, this is your heart. So this is like your emotions. And so there has to be a balance in there between the head and the heart. In order to go to reach this harvest, there is a need, there is a necessity to overcome any hesitation, any doubt, any anxiety, any thought form that is left inside of you. So there's almost like a purging, there's a transmuting, there's an ending of one way of thinking, of one way of being, so that you can go forward in a very confident and a very balanced, right, and even keeled emotional state. So this is all about balancing your emotions in order to bring in this harvest, right? So that's the next leg of your journey. Okay, so let's get into these pages. What's all this new stuff coming down? Okay, Ace of Pentacles, right? And there's your Empress. Boom, there she is. All right, that makes me feel pretty good. So now we've got the Emperor and the Empress, the divine counterpart. So this really could be an opportunity for a new relationship. I'm just going to say right off the bat. This really could be like your divine partner, like whoever that is, right? And there's an opportunity. It's a gift from the universe. It's going to come in and it is going to bring you into a really, really beautiful, abundant place. It's a transformation. It's a transforming energy. So I would say this, Cancer, as you go through this month, I would identify places in your world, right? In your emotional, think about how you feel about things and how you're thinking about things, okay? Think about anything that you are, like anything that causes you worry, anything that causes you any type of negative emotion, any sort of hesitation, any sort of unbelief. Okay, this is what is up for transformation. This is up for what needs to be balanced, right? In order for you to continue forward, in order for this gift, this divine gift to come in. Wow, this is really something. And it really is a Page of Swords. You're just right at the beginning of this evolution. So whatever this next leg of your journey is, you're really at the very beginnings, at the Ace, okay? It's like you're just being inspired at this point with something brand new. There's a brand new idea or a brand new like aha moment, and you're like, oh, this is it, this is what I want to do. And you're really tapping into that Queen of Wands, that confidence, and to like overcome, right, to overcome the odds, to overcome the self-doubt or the fear or the self-limiting beliefs, those kinds of things. Page of Pentacles. So what is the universe gifting you with? Okay, so Three of Cups, Five of Pentacles, and Seven of Wands. Okay, so again, I really do see this. Five of Pentacles, you've got it twice. These really are self-limiting beliefs. These are like the patterns of lack, like in the past, you know, we all have it. It's not like I'm not pointing you out, Cancer, or anything, but there is something that we have got to be tenacious. We've got to stand up to it, the Seven of Wands. And I think this is internal work. Yes, it could be people, like Three of Cups, definitely. This could be, this could talk about people coming back around in your physical environment. And these people may be a help to you or they may be a hindrance to you. That's true. That's very possible. But I think internally it's our own emotions, right? It's our own coming into harmony within ourselves, right? And really standing firm in our belief that what is possible is that we can transcend all of those things. Like we can take all of our life experience and all of our past thoughts and all of our past, you know, people, places, you know, things, emotions, thoughts, and we can transform those. This is like a gift. This is like a revelation. You coming into this understanding that you're willing to fight at all costs for this because it's so meaningful. It's where you're headed. It's where you're going. You're ready to make a decision, right? To expand beyond where you are. Again, keeping in mind that you're in a place right now in Scorpio season where you're kind of taking a look at your life and you're like, okay, like so far this has worked or this hasn't worked. So far, like this is okay. Like maybe I've made some good decisions, right? Like I've gotten, to a certain place in my career, in my one-on-one relationships, in my partnerships, in my marriage. But I still feel this lack. I still feel like there's something missing. There's something more. What is it that's keeping you hesitating from pursuing these new desires? I mean, there are, we set a goal for ourselves consciously or unconsciously, right? Like we're always putting out to the universe, this is what I want, this is what I desire. And it's like, maybe you get so far, maybe you get 5 years, 10 years into a thing and it's like, okay, well, this is as far as I can take it. Maybe it's time to assign yourself something new, and maybe the universe is gifting you with that new idea. It's like that new revelation. Maybe you're coming to this place, you're like, well, I've taken what I can do up to this point as far as I can take it. It's time to invest in something new. It's time to learn something new. And believing that it's not only possible, but that you're worthy of it, that you deserve it, that it's not out of your reach, that you have within you this gift. This is like the fortune coming in and saying, like, you're the emperor and the empress, you're the divine masculine and the feminine. When the universe speaks through you and it comes to you through inspiration, through revelation, anything is possible. And so we just see in the final scene, you're left to contend with this state, this Five of Pentacles. And I think that this is the thing that you are like needing to purge, right? Like I think, and this is within you. You come to your own conclusion about this. Clarified by the Two of Wands, the Five of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. Yeah, this is everything in your past that has held you back emotionally. That this is like all of the old disappointments, the old what's the word I'm looking for? Like anything that you're holding on to, that like a resentment, like, right? Or do you have unforgiveness towards yourself? Do you have old thought patterns that keep you sort of like this devil, like chained to unconscious beliefs that are not helping you? And it's like, this is a place in Scorpio season where maybe these come to the light of day. They come up to your awareness. All of a sudden you realize, hey, maybe I'm the only one keeping myself stuck. Like the universe wants to bring me into this brand new opportunity, this total turning of the wheel. And you can feel it, right? You can feel that you're in this Two of Wands and this Two of Pentacles. Like there's this duality within you. It's like on one hand you're scared, but on the other hand you're compelled. You're compelled. The Seven of Wands, like you're not satisfied to stop at the Seven of Pentacles. You want the King, okay? And what are you willing to do to reflect back on where you've been in the past and understand that there's something within you that needs to be purged, that needs to be dealt with, that needs to be looked at critically. And I see you doing that. I see you coming to that Six of Wands, Nine of Swords, that overcoming energy. Like you've come to the end of a cycle. You're not willing to think like that anymore because you're the Empress. This is a birth of a new idea. This is a birth of a new phase. This is you making a choice to take action, right? To overcome, to transmute, to transform, to purge, to move forward. Because, you know, what you want and what you need in this life, they're in front of you, and you know it, and you know that you have what it takes, right? To walk forward boldly and to be confident, to overcome, to elevate, to expand. All of this kind of stuff is just like pouring out of me. Like, this is all what this is about. And so let's take a look and see what we have for advice. We've got the Dove. Feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. Yeah. Allow the peace to just to fill in you. Close your eyes and take a deep breath and feel the peace. Lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. I feel like this is this. I feel like you didn't even realize. Because isn't that what subconscious beliefs are? They're things that they weren't in our awareness, right? At one point, like, we weren't even aware that we were, like, doing this to ourselves, that we were stopping our own forward momentum, that we were keeping ourselves small or stuck or not really, like, fulfilling our larger destiny, right? We just were kind of, moving along and doing the same thing for a long time and just kind of hoping for the best. But something's shifted. Something's changed. There's something changed in you now, Cancer. You're starting to see a bigger picture. You're starting to come into this, like, self-empowered place, right? You didn't realize before that you had lost the dreams of your childhood, right? That you had lost the path, the mission that you'd set out for yourself for this lifetime. But you're finding it. You're finding it. And it's beautiful. And it comes through this mending. I feel like it's tied in with this mending where you are mending relationships, and you're mending, like, anything that was bringing you into conflict, right? The mending that you need to do with your own inner child, or the mending that you need to do with people around you, whichever, it's up to you, you decide. But there's something about acknowledging, like, having the courage to acknowledge that there's something that that you need to forgive yourself for, because, we're all just like kids, we're all just kids walking around, and and it's not easy. We don't always know, it's not always clear. Things are always unfolding around us, and then one day we wake up and we realize, and we're like, oh my gosh, like, I've been making this difficult. Like, I've been, just spiraling around and in this cycle, right? I've been in this world just doing this thing and not realizing. And then all of a sudden you get to Scorpio season in 2021 and you realize, oh my gosh, like a light bulb goes off, and it's like, oh, I know what it is that I want to do now. And really all that takes is me just shifting my thoughts a little bit. That's all. And letting go of some of the things that have kind of held me back. Maybe I just need to shift just a little bit in how I think, a little bit of my habits, a little bit in the people in my environment, or in the place where I live, or in the job that I'm working, or in the relationships in some way, shape, or form, right? And it just takes a little bit of recognition, not much, just a little. And it shifts everything, and it really brings you into this brand new, like, really brand new, like, really brand new place. And it's, your eyes are open to it for the first time. It was lost, but you didn't even know until all of a sudden it's in front of you and you're like, "Oh my gosh. I found it. This is it." So, we're going to read this this card from the Yogic Path. And you got, I don't know if this is the right way to say it, Sattva. Okay, so we're going to find that in this book. Give me just a minute here, because this is probably ill-planned on my part. I should have gotten the page. Here we go. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so here. This is the card. Sattva. Purity and clarity. Okay. You have let go of the things that were holding you back and are reaching deeper levels of clarity. Maybe you've cleaned up your diet, home, self-care products, relationships, thought patterns, career goals, or life outlook and are now experiencing the joys that come with purity, Sattva. The space you have created is allowing greater gifts that are more aligned with your truth to present themselves. Continue on this path toward clarity by shedding all that is no longer serving you. When your body becomes pure, your thoughts and life will reflect that. Bring Sattva, purity, until all that you do in your path will continue to become more clear. Wow, that's profound. Cancer, this is your reading for the second week in November. I hope that somebody out there found this helpful. If you like the video, please consider subscribing to the channel or commenting down below, one way or the other. I hope to see you guys back here next week, and we will continue to unfold our saga in November. Take care.